It's Halloween, and you know what's spooky? The Central Florida real estate market. We're starting to see some scary stuff out there. So I'm going to show you the tricks that are going on in the market and then give you some treats to help you get through the current project you're on or the project you're doing next. Stay tuned to the end and also see how you can possibly score yourself a free pumpkin spice latte. Let's start by taking a look at Aura's State of the Market. They put this out every month, so we'll go through it with you. And I want to highlight a couple of these tricks that I don't like seeing that much. Let's start with inventory. You can see right here, year over year, it's up 71%. Last month, it's up another 4%. So inventory is continuing to grow in our Central Florida markets. New listings about equal this time of year. We don't get a ton of new listings just based on seasonality. But if you go down here to pending contracts, we're pretty much the same year over year, up 5% and down 2% from last month. You'd like to see this grow a little bit more based on just population growth and stuff like that. Closed sales year over year down 12%. Another trick we do not like as real estate investors. And then this is something to note. The average price, it's actually gone up 8% year over year, and the median price has gone up 2.7% year over year. So what is that saying? Inventory is growing up, but the prices have also gone up. That's kind of scary. That means buyers' affordability, it continues to get more and more out of reach. You'd expect a little bit downward pressure on sale prices and median and average price, but we haven't seen that yet. So prices are holding steady, which is a little bit surprising. And then let's go down to some really scary tricks here. Average days on market up 41.5% year over year. So if you think you're flipping this house in 1-2 months for a renovation and then get it under contract in a week, that may not be the case. You need to take that into consideration. Average days to sale, 93 versus 75, up 24%, up 2% month to month. And then your average months of supply on the market, 5.41 months. That's almost 100% increase as of last year. So that's some scary stuff. What can we do? What are the treats that can get us out from under the current project you are in or avoid getting into the wrong property on your next investment? All right, treat number one, I would offer concessions. You want to be able to possibly buy down the loan rate that new buyers are looking at so they can get a cheaper loan rate and reduce their payment, or offer concessions to help with closing costs. That's something that a lot of new construction builders are doing right now, and you're competing against them. So if they're offering a better product and at a cheaper monthly payment, then they're going to beat you. So you really need to take that into account. Know your competition. Number two, this is really, really important. What are the houses selling for in your neighborhood? If you've got 5 other houses in your neighborhood that are active on the market, that's your competition. Take a look at them. What do the renovations look like? Are they offering incentives? What are they priced at? And then you're going to have to do that. And you probably, if you're not leading the pack, you may have to wait till those other properties clear out before somebody's going to be interested in your property. All right. Number 3, I recommend this highly. Most people don't do it. Do a walkthrough on your final project. Walk through it once, walk through it twice. Have an inspector maybe inspect the property. But you need to button up all the loose ends that are out there. With the reduced closings, we've got reduced showings. So there's less people walking houses right now. What does that mean? If you had 15, 20 people looking at your house 6 months ago and you're down to 3 or 4, you better hit on one of those 3 or 4 because you've got less at bats and you still need to get that hit. So it's really important that you don't give them any reasons to back out of looking at your house and be putting an offer in on that. Number 4, I always recommend this, but have a good realtor. Good realtors communicate with prospective buyers and their agents, so they are able to negotiate a deal for you instead of having zero communication and maybe not pushing somebody towards your project or just saying, hey, we're negotiable, let's do a deal, let's get together and do a deal. If you don't have a good realtor, they're not going to do that and you're going to be missing out. You need to, like I just said, you need to capture every single opportunity you have in this market. And number 5, remember each month you're holding on to your property, that's going to be interest expense on your loan if you've got a loan. That's going to be utilities, that's going to be landscaping, that's going to be all sorts of costs, taxes, insurance, all these costs that sometimes we overlook, but they're real. And so each month you're doing that, you may accumulate a few more $1,000s of holding costs, all in a few more thousand, $3,000 to $5,000. So if you're thinking, oh, should I do that 5 or 10,000 price drop? Yeah, the answer is probably yes, because if you hold it for another month and get nowhere, then you lose $3,000 to $5,000 just in holding costs. So keep holding costs in the back of your mind. They're important. All right, so what if you're looking at a new investment? Let's say you've already gotten rid of your last deal and you're looking at that new investment. Here's a couple treats I want you to keep in mind when you're being presented a deal through a realtor, a wholesaler, or just a property owner to look at. Stop using comps that are 3, 6, 9 months old. Why? Because they're looking in the past. You're trying to look into the future. So you may have a wholesaler say, hey, check out these comps. The value's worth $350. It's here all day, and the comps are 6 months old. Well, guess what? We actually have had a little bit of a declining market, and there's a possibility it could decline a little bit more. So if that 350 is no longer 350 and it's 335 or 330, then you could be in for a world of hurt, especially if you go over budget or if you hold the property longer. Those margins that are really thin at the moment could get even thinner and turn from a profit into a loss. So you really, really want to watch out for using old comps. Negotiate this important fact with the wholesaler, with the listing agent, like, hey, you're valuing this thing based on the past. We need to look forward. So you really want to use this, maybe this slowdown in the market as a negotiation tactic to help you get a better deal. Don't be afraid to say no on a deal. Right now is the best time you can to say no. I'll wait for the next one that really blows my socks off. Not every deal is great. Cookie cutter deals that only provided $20,000, $30,000 in profit may not be worth doing at this point. So just learn how to say no. It's okay to say no. There's going to be tons of more opportunities presented to you. I promise you that. And then finally, 4, hey, now may be a good time to take that vacation that you've always been thinking about. Take 2 to 3, 4 weeks off. Go somewhere. Do something that you've always wanted to do. Maybe let the market rest a little bit. Do you know Europeans take a month off each year for vacation? And we don't. So maybe get European. If you enjoyed today's content, please like, share, or comment on this video below. It really helps us out. And if you can comment or share this video with anybody, be the first to 20 people, and we'll send you a free gift card through Starbucks so you can go get your pumpkin spice latte and enjoy the Halloween season. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot. Take care.